Guys, so today I'm making a weirdly very requested video, and so we are going to open this brand new notebook together, and I am going to show you step by step how I fit it out, how I personalize it, and how I use it every day. I'm so excited to start this one, and I'm going to show you everything. I think it's a really helpful tool to use on a daily basis, and I've been doing that for 3 years now. The past one was this yellow one, which is pretty big, like look at that. And it changed my life, especially now that I don't have the same sense of routine that I had before with class and everything. I am excited to see how I'm gonna make use of this one. Oh my god, look, we match. It's kind of the same color, I think. No, this one is more green. Anyway, I'm just gonna show you what I do in the beginning of each notebook. Of course, I've changed some of it because my routines have changed and I'm focusing more on personal projects this year and not so much on class. So I would do like some different spreads that you would see usually, but this is the thing I do on each and every single notebook all the time. And then I add my monthly setup. Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys, and let's get started. Here I'm gonna list the materials that I use. The pigeon blue / teal color from leuchttrum 1917. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but that's how I pronounce it anyways. This has proven to be the first and the best for me, and I only use this one for all of my bullet journals. A black gel pen. This one is a 0.38mm from Muji. This is my favorite pen ever. It's so cute and smooth to write with. So if you have a Muji store nearby, please give it a try. Also, this ink doesn't transfer on the page, and it's really important for me. So yeah, that's why I use this one. Anyway, I think it's pretty much all you need to have a functional journal, but I like to make my journal pretty. So here are more things I can use. A ruler, my pastel highlighters or other colored pen, crayons, and watercolor. I also like to drink some tea or some kind of hot beverage while I do this because it takes a long time. And since it's a relaxing task for me, I like to listen to some music. I have a bunch of playlists for every mood on my Spotify account, but my all-time favorite is called Cozy and Warm, and you can check it out if you want. I'll leave a link in the description. With all of that said, let's get started. Should we crack this one open? It's gonna be so satisfying. Oh my god, okay. So after writing my name on the first page, I do what I always do on all my bullet journals. This is a grid spacing. Basically, it's a tool to measure the spreads on a page. So let me explain. As you can see, I count all of the points vertically and horizontally to be able to divide my page for my spreads to be symmetrical. So first I separate it in half, then in 3, and in 4 parts, and again in smaller 4s, because I like to leave the margins sometimes. It's such a helpful tool to refer to each time you need a spread, because you don't lose that much time trying to count every dot to have the correct amount each time. Also, if you want to do it, I recommend doing it on the left page, because it's easier to copy. I didn't want to leave the next page empty, so there I usually like to put an inspirational quote that will set the tone for the next year. So here I chose celebrate every win, no matter how small. So after that we need a future log. You probably know what that is, but I'm gonna tell you anyway because it's my video, I do what I want. Anyway, so I only put my month up to December so I could see my life plans on a 4-month scale until I start again in the beginning of the new year. It's a pretty simple layout. I just
took the same craft paper, which is actually a paper bag from the grocery store that I tore apart because we don't waste anything in this house. Thank you. And I put them in a header for each month. Beneath it, I'm writing all the days of the month, and the space on the right is going to be for the important events happening in each month. The next page, I actually got inspired by the queen of bullet journal herself, Amanda Rach Lee. I recommend you go check out her channel because it's amazing and I get all of my inspiration from her. So she did a sort of mid-year review page and I totally copied her spread on this, but basically the top of the page is dedicated for reflection on the past year and like what are my highlights, achievements and goals. And the second part of the page is more intentional towards the rest of the year. So I ask myself questions like what else do I want to achieve, what areas should I grow in, and what should I leave behind, etc. Obviously you can personalize the questions, but I thought it was nice to reflect and refresh. Moving on the next double page, I kept this layout simple because I need a lot of space for this. It's one of my favorite pages and I love to look and compare what I write on it every year and see if I was able to finish it off. So I divided my page in half horizontally because I did it vertically before and it didn't have enough space for the next like 4 months. So the page on the left is dedicated to things to watch, like movies and TV shows. And the right one is for things to read. I picked up reading again and it feels so good. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments, please. And this one I also like divided it for personal readings and professional readings or school readings or whatever. I don't have school this year, so I'm just gonna focus on like reading some, I don't know, essays or workbooks or stuff like that. Things that aren't fiction, basically. The next couple pages are dedicated more to personal projects of mine. First, we have a novel milestones tracker, where I'll keep note of the big steps I reach in my novel. And I'll also keep the date there, so I can like see how much time I took to write my novel. Now I just have to color a block each time I reach it. Right now I have the outline, the first 1,000 words and 5,000 words, and I'll do that until I'm finished. The page on the side is pretty self-explanatory. I don't really know how to do the layout for this one, so I'll just separate it in 4 categories. And also I left the next page for more ideas, because I know I won't have enough space. It's the first time I use this, so I'll tell you about it in a while, but I'm excited to have a visual representation of my posts. And maybe, I said maybe, it actually scared me into posting more, because God knows that doesn't happen enough. Anyway. We'll see. Moving on. Still in the personal projects tracker series, 3 months ago I subscribed to this online course with 99 classes. So to actually force me to complete them all and not bury myself in the abyss of depression and laziness, I am drawing 99 lines to track which class I take, when and for how long. Some of them are classes with like 1 to 12 weeks modules. So pray for me, guys. To finish off, the last 2 pages I put in there are pretty simple but important ones. But basically on the left are addresses that I don't want to lose. So like for example, I've been writing letters to friends all over the world and I have no other place to keep their addresses. And yeah. And on the right, it's just important accounts and passwords in case I lose them online too. So yeah. So what do you think? I love this notebook and I already love what I did with it. So I'm just so excited to like fit it out completely and use it on a daily basis. You know, beautiful notebooks, they grab your attention, and that's what I want to do with mine. Just so I can like keep going back, and I want to keep going back to it every day. And I feel like I did a pretty good job. So yeah, I hope you liked it. I know it was really specific, especially in the last few pages, because that's what I do, but you can personalize it. You can add more school-related stuff or even personal projects of yours and make it your own. Isn't that so cool? Like,
this notebook was plain and empty when I bought it, and now I get to do whatever I want, and like in this notebook is a reflection of my mind. Isn't that crazy? I love it. Yeah, I'm so excited to start using it every day. I'm gonna now do my September setup, and please tell me if you want to see that, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed doing it. Please tell me if you recreate some of those pages. Tell me in the comments if you have book recommendations for my books to read page. And yeah, everything else will be in the description. Go check that out. I will leave like some links and the names of everything that I use, and you know, all of that. So what I have left to say is that if you like this video, please subscribe. Please like this video. It means so much to me, and I love you. Bye.